Hello and welcome to Wednesday. It's time when I'm at the bench. It's Wednesday makings, midweek makings, because Wednesday's the middle of the week. That's just where it happens to be. Hello to Mark, who's in first. Paul and Lee are also here watching. If you're watching and not in the chat, join in because it's nice to say hello. I will have my head down at the bench, so I won't be reading the chat constantly, but it will be right in front of me, so I'll try and pick up on it when I can. Today, I have a live studio audience over there. Trying to be quiet, but she'll probably make some noises during the course of the recording because yes, also Robert and the Bobbins have come along to join in. So hello, not here live, obviously they're just in the chat. You know what I meant. Today I am building a thing. Look, I'm building that thing that my live studio audience has purchased for me. It is a gramophone. Apparently, it's not a real gramophone; it's a gramophone model. I'm pretty sure it doesn't play any tunes. It's all wood. It's only a thin packet, so it's not got like the music box in it like the submarine that I did has. But I'm sure it'll be lovely anyway. I don't know how much of it I'm going to be doing. Obviously, I'll be starting it in a moment, and we'll get on with it and see just how far through we get. Panzer is also here. Greetings. Lurking while I scoff noms. You can't just leave it like that. You know the rules. You can't just tell us that you're eating. You have to tell us all of the things that you're eating. We have to know all of the stuff. I shall go down to the bench, but as ever, remain in the little corner piece so you can keep an eye on me and make sure I don't disappear. This is what I'm going to be doing today. It's the Robo Time classical 3D wooden puzzle. Let me just maneuver things around so I can see what I'm doing over there. And have the chat over there as well so I can see that without looking over to the side like what I don't want to do. So, yes, let's get this open and we'll see what's what. Yes, recommended age 14 plus, so I should be okay with that. Material wood, made by Robo Time from China, but distributed from Bulgaria. So there we have that, and instruction piece. I don't need that. Out the box. Let's see what we've got. What do we have in here? Indeed, I shall keep hold of that bit because if I don't finish it today, I shall put it back in there. Someone sent me an email letter. They haven't. They're asking me if I'm happy. We are also happy. Would love it if you share your experience with more shoppers. Write a product review. Tell your friends and family. Share your experience by writing a review. Connect with us on Facebook. Any questions? Let us know. Thank you for your support. Oh, isn't that sweet? They care that I like this stuff. So let's have a look. We've got what looks like a huge page of instructions. Several wooden sprues of things. Panzer says, yes, I know the rules. It's lasagna with salad. Fair enough, that's okay, yeah. Mark says, I'm not old enough to have used a real gramophone, but I'm not sure about Chris. No, I've never used a real gramophone. I'm aware of them. I know what they are, but I never had one. We have some sandpaper, obviously, for tidying up the edges. Let's have a quick look. We've got some warnings in languages that I don't know. Obviously, being English, I don't need to be warned by it's probably warning about the English or something. I don't know. Let's see if we can figure out any of it from a combination of all of the languages. The product is for children age 14 and more, I should think, probably. Don't know about the next line of that. Children, something, surveillance. Yeah, keep an eye on your kids while they're doing it. Something, products, source, inflammation. I don't know. Don't set fire to things. Probably, I don't know. Don't loud cool. Don't drink flammable liquid nitrogen. No idea. If you know any of those languages and want to put the translation in the chat, feel free. It's basically just gonna say be nice to each other. I'm sure that's what it means. I'm not going to keep that because I don't understand it. All right, the instruction page we have is, yes, one page of instruction. The printed side. The small part is an auxiliary tool for pressing. Ah, cool. Give you tools. So, yes, we've basically got to build up things the same as all of these wooden puzzle bits are. all pushed together, making sure you get the sides the right way around, and then that's that. So, there we go. This is going to be the translation. It's down here. Warning. This product is for people who ages over 14. Children must assemble under the guidance of adults. Keep the products away from sources of ignition. I was close about the fire. Keep it in a dry place in case of the damage. Do not use chemical reagents like alcohol, ammonia water, or window cleanser to clean the product. Use the sandpaper to polish the burrs after removing the parts from the board, if needed. So yeah, I got a couple of words right. Might not have been quite right, but yeah, there we go. Right, we have what looks like 4 pages of sprues with some fairly tiny pieces on them, must admit. Where's my tool? Is T1 my tool? I think T1 might be my tool. I shall pop out my tool and we shall use that for building. That part's fallen off as well, so we don't need that either. That's okay. Don't eat anything in this package that's pulled about. So that doesn't actually warn that, but yeah, it's all made out of wood. Technically, it's organic. You'll probably be okay, but yeah, no. Looks like a small kit, says someone who said that. That was Paul as well. It did give a size of it at the finished piece somewhere. But yeah, it's going to be basically that size because that's the size it is. Right, I have my tool ready. Step 1, the printed side. Step 2, the printed side. Step 1. Already confusing me. Right, let's see. We need 4 C7s, a B8 and a B13. Are these individual sprues labelled correctly? This is C, so if we need C7, we've got C5 there, C7 up the top here. We need 4 of those. Let's see if we can get 4 of those out. There's 4 just along there. Let's see if we can pop them out. They've come out. We've got 4 of them. There we go. So we've got, this is 4 of 4. It's 2 of 4. 1 of 4. So is this going to be D? Yes. So we want B, which is going to be 2, I should assume. Yeah, there you go. So we want 8 and 13. 8 is the one with 8 written on it. Why are we starting with 8 when B1 is right next to it? Why is that not 1? I don't know. 8, 13 is the frame around the outside of this. So that's going to mean 14 is going to come out with it. We're going to be using that in the next step anyway, so that's okay. Right. Pop the middle bit out. Go. Pop this bit out. Okay, the sandpaper I left over here. 4 bits that are going to be used to do a thing. Let's just get rid of the rough nubs from around the edge. Edward is here. Evening, Chris, and everybody again. Good evening. Welcome. Marcus is here. No Panzer, not on the bench. Assumed couch potato formation. However, you're most comfortable sitting and watching. That's the important thing. Your comfort is the most important thing. There we go. Tidying up on there. Now these are going to be going into the thing to hold it all together. So we do sort of need to make sure they've not got any serious nubbage on them. But we'll be okay. Get rid of the worst of it. And then it'll be fine. Last bit. Sorted. Right, so this is going to go printed side and the printed side. Is that still on the printed side on the outside? It's got to be, isn't it? I'm going to cover that like that, and they're going from the back into that. Okay. Yeah, because that's a round hole and this is a longer hole. That will work better like that. Hopefully everything will end up being flush. End. Use my tool for the pushing. Worked. It's gone through. Something's okay. There as well. No, we'll get it through there eventually. Trouble with the round holes is that it will go in any way round. So you've got to make sure you get the first one in vaguely the right area, or the second one is not going to line up at all. There. And that one there. So far, so good. It's all gone together as it should do. Pieces are fitting, pieces are flush with each other. The quality of the printing and the engraving and the cutting seems to be quite good, so I'm quite happy with that. This one is going on there. It says the printed side again. And up the top, I should assume. Like that. And that was step one. There we go. Now we need B23, C1, 2, and 3. B23 is that one. There we go. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So far, so easy. The Bobbins is asking, do you have any more Metal Earth kits to do? I do indeed. I've got a few of those. I've got one that I'm sort of halfway through. I think the yeah. I have K2SO that I built the legs of and then haven't gone back to. I do also have Bumblebee that I started building as well. And I do, in fact, have a few others in boxes around and about. So, yeah, I will get back and do those. I've sort of not so much forgotten about them, but drifted away from them a little bit. These wooden ones seem to be a lot easier to do filming of because they're obviously bigger and more forgiving. A lot of the Metal Earth stuff is really teeny tiny stuff that I've got to get up close in with magnifiers and things to be able to see it. So yeah, not quite so friendly to film. But yeah, I will return and get some more of those done. It's got to go through there. That's not the same. Right, okay. That's got to be the other way around. I was trying to put it with the number on the inside, like that one. But apparently it's got to go the other way around. Otherwise it doesn't fit. So let's put the number on the outside of that bit as well. Through there. Up over there as well. It's very tight, very snug. But it does fit. It's just very snug. It's going to go on the other side, exactly the same, but on the other side. Also, very snug. There we go. I'm assuming this is some sort of little drawer, but it might not be. Can't always tell what these bits are until you get them properly assembled. So that is that. That's step 2. Let's see if we can refold things a little bit to get to step 3. There we go. Assemble as showing in the instruction. Let me grab a quick drink and then keep talking to you. Right. So we're then putting the front on there, yes. The 3 little indentations there, ready for those to sit in. And we've made what is a little drawer, although it's still got the B23 written on the inside there for some reason. Okay. That's that. That was the end of step 2, although it looked like it was down on step 3. Right, so we need C11, A4, and A5. C11. is the bit that fell out. That's convenient. A4 and A5. These are the bits that are going to bend, assuming they've been cut correctly. A4. It's got to be A. Yes, A5 is written on the side there just a little bit. Certainly feeling very flexible. There we go. That's that one. Let's get the other one out as well. Shane is here. Good evening, Chris, and everyone in chat. Hope you're all well. We're doing fine. Thank you, Shane. How's you and yours? Marcus is saying his carpet monster's on a diet. Yeah. Is it a self-imposed diet, or is it one that you've imposed on it? Not really any rough edges on these, but laser cutting seems to be quite good. Yeah, it all seems to be working quite well. So let's see how we're going to do this. Note the direction with that arrow. We'll have it arrowed over there like that. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 written down on here. I'm assuming that that's going to relate to these, which 2, so that's going to be over there. Now these bits that are cut in lots of ways enable it to bend. It doesn't feel right bending wood like that, but that's what it tells us to do. If we put that in there, then we've got to bend this halfway round so that goes in there. And then all the rest of the way around so that goes in there. It's working. It's fairly happy to go that way. It's happier it going that way than I am happier making it go that way. So we'll get there. We'll get both sides in at the same time. And then get it all pushed down home. So yeah, that works. That does the job. This is going to go over the other side, where it says 4. That's convenient because that's where I'm putting it. That side is doing the same thing. Did even have a little 1 on there, I noticed. So this should have a little 3, yep, which is going to go where that 3 needs to be. Nearly there. It's not quite getting one side popped in, then the other side pops out, but you'll get there in the end. Making sure everything lines up and it's gone together. So far, so good. Shane is doing his first rocker wooden kit of a monocular telescope. Most enjoyable so far. That sounds quite interesting. Has it actually got lenses in it, I assume? Hopefully you'll put some pictures up in the group. The link's in there, up there somewhere. Does the button work? The button doesn't work for the group, but you know where it is. Join the Gross group if you're not already in there, and put some pictures up. I'll be very interested to see that. Right, C14 and D7 needed for the next bit. C14 is that big one, which has got C13 with it as well. Pop that out momentarily. But I also need D7, which is the big base unit by the looks of that. Get rid of that from in there. Keep that for later. Tidy up the edges. Working. Coming together. It's coming together quite quickly as well. So let's probably get all of this done in just the one stream tonight. Right, so let's see how this is going to go together. They're all just going to go onto the base of that. So I'm keeping that the same way round. Does it matter which way round these go? There's only the 2 bits there that have to be the right way round. So probably not. They're just going to go onto those. All the way through there. And there. And the same with that one. Not to push it out while you're doing it. Quite nice. Then each one has got progressively a little bit bigger as it goes down, so it's making a nice sort of tiered effect for the base there. Cool. I like that. So far, so good. Then we need D1 for the backside. Is that the bit that's falling off? No, of course it isn't. That would be far too easy. D1 is a little square bit. Looks like that. There we go. Then I need four C5s. Not the little battery-powered car things from the 80s. It's different to that. 3, 4. Those. Yep. Okay, get rid of the rough bits from these. It looks like that's going on the inside, and these are holding it on from the outside, because again, these are little T-shaped pieces, round holes in there, longer holes in there. Should make it all work just fine. Steve's here, Steve131. Nice kit this is. This is actually coming together quite nicely. The Robo Time, this isn't it? Yeah, Robo Time. They don't seem to be quite as nice as the rocker ones, but this is actually one of the better ones that I've done of these. Going together quite nicely. And the instructions are actually relatively easy to understand. Not the written in Chinese and then converted into English through Hungarian that the other ones of these seem to be. They make a vague sort of sense. And these plugs are quite nice. They hold together well without it looking like a plug. It looks quite cool. Yes, it has lenses, and I will post some pics up, says Shane. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yes, I've got some Metal Earth to do. This is the last of my stash of wooden things. So I am sort of on the lookout for more wooden ones. I think I've got a couple in the Amazon wish list thing. But I'm always on the lookout for something new and interesting. So yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on your pictures when you get them up. Right, let's continue on. B1. B will be the one that's got the 2 written on it. B1 is that big bit with the holes. Then we need more C7s to hold it in place. 4 more, obviously. Yep, there we go. 7s of these ones up here. Apparently 5 of them. No, I'll just take those 4. That one will stay roughly sort of there. But even if it comes off, it can't go anywhere. That. My normal video daily release schedule is still working. I've still got videos lined up to be released on that over the next 10 days or so. And I have today received the next pack of the Dodge Charger from Fan Home. A couple of very quick build parts on that, and then a couple slightly longer ones by the looks of it. So they will be added to the upcoming release schedule playlist type thing. You'll see them appear interspersed amongst other of the artworks that I'm doing. So this is going on to that side there. Oh no, onto the back over there, right. And it's going on the inside with the plugs going through from here because these are the wider holes. That makes sense to me. Let's get that through there already. Lined up, good to go. And see if we can get it lined up on there as well. Not moving, so it's not quite lined up. That feels better. That one is. Cool. Trying to figure out if there's an easier way of doing it, but I don't think there is. It's the case of getting it there, hoping it's lined up about right, and pushing and feeling that it's going to line up all right. When it doesn't feel like it's going to line up all right, I'm trying to find out why. Go. Jane has just finished a Timber Kits a Trombonist Ultima kit as well. I've seen some of those Ultima kits. They look really cool. They look like they could be quite complicated for doing on streams and things, but they look like they could be quite interesting. Christmas present, they've been a godsend after saying goodbye to my standard poodle Frodo last Friday. Oh, sorry to hear about Frodo. Yeah, it's good to have something to occupy yourself. I won't say exactly take your mind off of it, but give you something else to think about as well. All right, let's try that. That's lined up good. I like that. I'm obviously using a pair of tweezers to let me get into there. In theory, I could use these like the pushy thing, but I'd rather use the wooden pusher that's going to have some more give to it than trying to push with a metal one. I know if it's not lined up quite right, the metal one would just push through no matter what. Whereas the wooden ones has got a little bit more give to it, basically. Can I get through that? I can't really get through there. No other way than doing this, though. I can't think of anything that would be a better way of constructing it. It's just a case of having to deal with things inside the body. So yeah, that's done that. It's held that side together quite well as well. I'll keep hold of those because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using them in a minute. That was that. So now I need 2 of the D9s. D, that one. 9, that's these ones, all right. That's also saying note direction of arrow. I like it when it points out things that you might miss. Instead of just saying, I've put these in and then coming to a part half hour down the line where you have to take half of it apart again to get it all, lined up properly. So let's have a look. Which way round has I got that? That's that way round still with the hole here. These are saying note direction of arrow, which is obviously going to be pointing upwards. And it's got them both with that way. Going there. Yes, that way and that way by the looks of it. Only go one way round, which as long as you've got that pointing upwards because of the shaping of that bit on the bottom. Got to go in there like that, isn't it? And it's saying use the draw, right? And these bits have got to go in between. Oh, I see. I quite like that. That's quite cool. So once you've got that in there, you've got to lever these out a little bit to get that joined up in that slot. And then the draw will be a thing. Cool. I'm sure there should be something going through there though. Hold that in place because otherwise you might just pull the plug out. Did I miss a step? Yes, it looks like I missed a step. There's a D11. A B11, sorry, that goes down the top there. See, I thought that would make more sense. A B11. Bit up the top there. And that was the box. I wondered what it was that I've just knocked over. It was the cobble packing of the box. But that's okay, because I'm not going to need that, because it's going to be completed in this build anyway. Yeah, that goes through there just to hold it. Hold the handle in place. But it doesn't potentially come out whenever you pull it. I'm getting it lined up now. There we go. Yeah, so now that can't come out on its own. Good, right. And I foresaw that problem and solved it. So that's that, which was around here somewhere, wasn't it? That's that. Now we've got note the direction with D4, which is obviously going to hold everything together properly. That'll be this one. All the crosses and slides and things on the top. Note the direction. Let's say about this hole over there. That. These things are lining up there. It's got to be that way around. Yep, that seems like that's got to be that way around then. Those in there. Like that side down there. That side down there. All of those lined up. Bit like that. Together. That can't fall out now. It goes back in. I quite like that. I didn't assume it had a drawer. I wouldn't have thought that from the picture on the box or the instructions. Well, the instructions obviously eventually would have told me that, but picture on the box wouldn't have. See? Right, the printed side of B12. B12 there. A bit rough across the top there. Get rid of that. B2 are holding that in place. That's these little pins. 2 of those. Or at least 2 of those at the moment. And that is obviously going on to here. Those 2 holes there. Okay, with that. So let's get that on there first. Then I've got to push these through that into that. That should work. Still get to the other side of it if I need to, so that's not terrible. Through there a bit. The other one as well. Then I can see what I'm doing on the inside, I think. Go right, so now I can get those lined up on there. Them through flush. Nice, I like that. Then we need D3, D2 and C5. D2, D3, 2, D3, and C5. C5, here's one of these. Those. Down, I should think. There it is. Okay. Get rid of the edges from that. These were going into the gaps. So that's just going to fit in there. Really snug fit. That's going to fit across the bottom with that holding it in place. I quite like that. That'll work. Looks like a little plaque and plate. Cool. That's that. Then we've got to do some more with B15 and C7s. Well, I've got the C's out. Let's get 2 more C7s. T-shaped plugs. And then B15 and B15. which are these little decorative corner pieces. Being careful not to break the edges of those. Go. Right, tomorrow night's stream, the evening with, I am doing an evening with everyone. I know it's not the last one of the month, but now we're changing it up and doing some more gameplay with Dan and things. It's not going to work out easy to do at the end of the month at times. So I shall just be doing occasional evening with everyone's. So if you want to come along and join in, the link will be made public in the chat of the live stream tomorrow night, just after going live. So just after 8 o'clock. Come along, pop in, say hello. We'll be going through the gallery, having a look at things that have been posted up in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and just generally hanging out and chatting for an hour or so. If you've got anything particularly you want to talk about or ask, then feel free. I'm not going to say that I'll answer any question that's posed because I'm not that brave, but I'll certainly answer any sensible questions. And Dan should be there as well, so he'll be able to answer any serious model making questions. And we'll just hang out and chat for a bit. That's tomorrow night on this very channel, live from 8 p.m. GMT, because it's only GMT for another month. Do I want C? I don't want C at all. I do want some Bs. I want 8 of the B16s, which are over here and over there as well. So we've got 4 there. Get those out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and those 2 as well. That makes 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 more. 8, wasn't it? Go. And what are they holding in place? They're holding in 4 of the D5s, which are these that are sitting around here. Oh, these are like feet, little feet that go on the bottom of it to sort of hold it nicely. So they're going underneath on there like that. So let's tidy up the outsides of those. One, 2, 3, and 4. And there's 2 of these for each of them. Nice and easy, round holes, round holes. In there. Quite lined up. Felt like it was going and not moving, but then again it didn't feel quite right. Let's turn it over. Look. That'll probably work. There we go. So if I get a couple in there. Couple in there. And a couple in there. And that should line up and fit together properly. One. That one. Yep. And that one. There we go. Right, I shall just have to assist my studio audience before I come back and start the other side of the page, so won't be one moment. Right, assistance rendered. Right, we've got to note the direction again when we're putting in B25, B19, B17 and B18. Lots of B's. B's. Right, 25 and 19, that's these big ones. That's quite easy. And then what was the other one? Oh, the other ones were the smaller 17 and 18 that form a little cross section across there. Right, a little bit of tidy up. Put them all together. Will be most of the way there. We've got the big horn thing to do shortly, but the body is pretty much done. All right, so that's that. Let's get these together, forming a cross brace. Yep. Note the direction. Right. In what way? Oh, what direction? There a little hole. There is the little hole there, little hole there. Right. Get them in the right place with that hole there. That'll be the one. Then that has got to go downwards into that. No, got to go upwards into that because that's going to fit onto there. Like that. That one's going to go over the top of that. Connect everything together. Go like that. That's going to do the same. It's quite substantial. It feels like it would put up with, you know, a fair bit of force in certain directions. That's that. Cool. So far, so good. Then we need to play around with things and the printed side again. We need D8, B7, and something made up of B10, C13, and C7. Right, what do I need from here? D8, 9. Is 8 the big bit? No, 10 is the big bit. 7, I said B7, didn't I? It's certainly got a thing that looks like that. Right, there's B7. B10 also, that is the big bit. But for that, then we need some C's. 13, is that one? I already had that one. Right. So, C7 also need, which is just one. That's one of those pins, right? Oh, we need 4 of them. Okay, I understand now. 4 of them, holding 13 and 10 together, which are these two. 10 is on top of 13, and the pins are going through the bottom there. I like that. That works. There we go. Up, so that will come through there. I don't know which way around that goes. That seems to be the same all the way around. This has got a couple of cutouts on it, but doesn't seem to matter down the bottom there. It says the printed side. It hasn't got a big thing that says check orientation or anything. Is that not going through there though? Try another one. through there, through there. Feeling like there's something stopping it from going through, but the hole is right there. I can see it. I can see the other ones lining up as well, so it should be easy enough. There we go. Maybe it wasn't quite lined up. That one I think is not going to be lining up properly either. So I might need to come back and see if there's a spare bit for that, but might not need it. It's got half a plug through there holding it together, so that's probably going to be sufficient. One. This is proving to be the trickiest part of the build so far. I don't know why. Things are just not lining up quite as well as they have in the past. There we go. Last one. Hopefully. Be the easiest. It will line up perfectly. Yeah, it did. There we go. So that's that. That's that there. Then we've got this bit. I also need D8. That is the little bit. Little record. Okay. That's just going to sit in the middle. That top of on top of that, right? Let's see. That's just going to go on there because that's bigger. That can turn, maybe. That's got a flat in it, so that won't turn. That goes on there. That then goes across the top. That doesn't seem right. It does, but not there. Not terribly secure, but there we go. I'm sure that's okay. Then we need a B5, which goes across the top bit. B5. Oh, that's that bit. Okay. And that goes the other way across in there to hold that down. That makes it tighter and more secure. I'm happier with that. That sort of lines up. Admittedly, that's going to have to get it lined up across two different things in two different orientations. I'm not very happy about that. I'd rather get that together like that first. Again. Like that, and then I can get that on there. That's seems easier and more secure for me. That's better. Right, now comes the tricky bit. We need lots of different parts. What do I need from B? I need two B1s. Put them up there. Two B1s. I need a B9, 6, and 2. There's 2. There's 6. And there's 9. Now these go together to make the pickup arm, the needle bit that actually comes in contact with the record and makes the noises. See how that goes together. That's that, then 6 and then 9. Right, okay. Downwards. Come on there. All the way. That on there with the printed side on the outside. Like that. Okay, that's that. So that's that. Then that's the top bit. Got the two B1s. I need a B4. One. In B21. And B3. I've just found B3, so I'm going to take that one off there anyway. 21 goes in the middle of those two though. And then A6. A6 is one of those. Right, let's try and get this sorted out then. So that goes through there. Probably the whole thing. Yes, that's all got to be on there. Right, so I know which way round it's got to go onto there. So it's got to be that way round because that's the shape of it. Let's get that on there as well then. Then we've got to build it up with these bits. That makes sense to me. That one. That one. Those two. There you go. And then the last one. They're like that. And that becomes the whole thing with the needle and the stuff. Like that works. Looks like it belongs. Oh, quite like that. I got it the wrong way, but there we go. It's got it over this side. Pop it, top bit off. Sure that will. Just about. Yep, there we go. That goes on from that side. Yeah, cool. I like that. Right, that was the tricky bit. Now we've got the tricky bit to do. Right, D6, D4, D6. That's in fact the last of the Ds. Convenient. That. D4. That bit. Right, so that's then going on to the middle of that. Round. Like that. Cool. That looks like that. It does. Then we need A2, A2, and C9. A2 are these. Two. A2. 9. 7, 9. All right. So how do these work? Oh, they go like that. With that being set like that, and they're like that. Maybe they're going through there. Right. Okay. That's got to go through there. That does the same on the other side. Yeah, I like that. That makes sense to me so far. Then we need 4 A3s. That's good because there are 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, so these are going into all the way around the outside there somehow. That's just going into there. Looks different to the picture. Same length in as that. Definitely got going there, isn't it? I reckon it's just got to go like that. Can't be right because they're both going in different directions. They've got to go the other way round somehow. Wait, what? Curve outwards. That. I think it's got to go like that. That'll do it. Did you save and reuse the empty frames? So Steve131. They're from this, the wooden bits. Not really. There's not a lot you can do with them, or not a lot I can do with them. They're quite sort of cheap plywood type flimsy things. I don't think they're worth saving for anything. Yeah, they're not the same as like plastic sprues that you might be able to use for anything else like that. But yeah. That's that. That's then goes on there. Okay. Mark is asking, they're saying, looks nice. Does this live studio member approve? I wouldn't want to speak for my live studio member. You have to ask the audience member themselves. They're still awake. So that's got to go in there, and that's got to line up everything along and around. It feels like that's lining up. It's become much more sturdy now. It's gone into there as well. So yeah, I think that's about right. Now we've got to play with all of these. We've got to play with C8. Different to this, not what I thought it was. C8 is one of these. Right. The printed side. So this is going onto the top there. Right. And then sort of rolling it in and down all of that. Like that. That sort of works, yeah. Okay. Assemble anti-clockwise or clockwise. It doesn't matter which way round you do it. Okay. But this is B8 has got to go down the bottom. Okay. And these A has got to go around the edge. So let's get 3 of them. Okay, so that's going to go down the bottom. These are going to go around there. Let's put them on this way round because I can. One lined up in there. Work our way down. Last bit should just pop flush at the bottom. That sort of works. I've got a bit missing off the bottom of that. Where's that? Is that? Oh, I got left in there. Look, bit of me bendy bit got bent in such a way that it didn't actually come free. Well, that'll work. That will go in place. It's fine. Nobody will notice. Looks like a spider, says Mark. Not saying anything. Staying very quiet about that. Very quiet and trying to get just a little bit of glue out. Lots of glue in there, but not wanting to come out. It moving around. Poking in just a little bit deeper. There we go. There's some glue. Where's the spider, are you asking? You want me to bring it over to you to show you? He's talking about this bit with all the legs. Down there. Next one is not the bottom one yet. There. Rolling that down. Go. Then we can put the thick one on there. There. We get the other three of these. Cool. Last three. That. That's a good engineered part, says Steve. It is pretty close, yeah. It's all coming together exactly as intended. Got some nice. I mean, the edges are very well done. The laser cut is exactly right. Not very much cleanup to do on these at all. The printing, the laser cut etch printing, looks nice. Not too, not too shallow and doesn't come out very well. Not too deep that it's caused problems. All in all, it's actually working very well, this one. So that's that. Then we've got to put the bracket bits on the back, which are A8, which are all of these bits by the looks of it. Just labelled alpha. So I need 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There, looks like a spare one there as well, which is always nice. These go from the back into all those bits. Hold everything together. Yep. Shape to the top piece looking good. There. There. Nice. Little Barclays here. Good evening. Welcome. One and that one. That one and that one. That feels like that's coming out from there, but this will help hold everything in the right place. I'm happy with how that's coming together. Nearly there we go. Couple more to go. That and the last one. Like that. That's made it a much more secure shape. The last bit on this is to put the B22 on the inside. That bit. Cool. Down there. Right way round. Even keep holding that piece that came off. Get it in the right place. Get it turned around without it flipping over and going the wrong way. A bit trickier, but we'll get there. Done a thing. That's that. It does indeed look much like that. So then we've got some more decorative pieces to put around the edge. Pretty much done with that, I think. These, isn't it? Yep, C 6 and 10. 6, we've got a couple there. All right, 6 and 10, they're both the same. One from either side by the looks of it. Side is printed outwards, as it says, 2 B24s to hold things together. A B24. I thought we hadn't used any of these long ones yet. Is them. So these are printed on both sides. That's quite convenient. There we go. And that's going on there like that. Yes. So let's get these through there first. Pop it around, put that over there from there. Feels like an easier way of doing it. That will go on there decoratively. That will go on the other side. And then I can get it all tidied up and sanded down a little bit. That's together where it all needs to be. Yeah, there's that. They're sticking out a little bit, but I'm sure that's Obviously not going to cause any problems. It looks all right. It looks like it is actually sort of pins that are holding it together, which is fine. Okay, that's that. So the last couple of bits on here is to put B20 and C12. B20 goes on it first. It looks like it's going together better than a rocker kit. I didn't really have any trouble with most of the rocker kits. It's all been okay. C12 is the last bit. It's just there. Yeah, the quality of this has been quite good. No real problems with any of it. One little bit broke in building, but probably more my problem than theirs. That's gone on there, and then this will go onto there. That hole there. Like that. Not right. That doesn't feel right. Something there doesn't feel quite secure. Got to go that way round. Won't work the other way round. Not further than that. Really show how far up it goes, but that's definitely got a lot of movement there. That got a lot of movement there. Ah, because I built it with. That's why these are sticking out as well. That goes over that bit. So let's put that aside. Take this back apart. Was building this on its own and then going to attach that to it, but it doesn't work like that. That bit is in the middle of this. So let's get that apart. Let's get these flush that side. That built into there. Like that. And get the other side on. That and that one on like that. Right, that's thicker now. That's a better fit. Then that's going to fit over there much more snugly. Finally, he sees his mistake, says Panzer. You didn't shout. You didn't tell me that, did you? Nobody told me in the chat that I'm doing it wrong. You're supposed to put the funnel on, says Edward. Oh, yeah, just about. I blame chat delay for that. That's that. Then that goes on there. And that's a much more secure fitting. And that is that. A couple of freebie extra bits, little plugs and things. But and you got a drawer that I didn't even know about. So there we go. There we have it. I shall get some pictures up and put them up in the group. But that's very nice. I like that. Yeah. Does the job. What do you all think? Are you all happy with how that's come together? Gonna drop it now. Look, my live studio audience is inspecting the work. Find out what sort of rating I get. Very critical. It's much more critical. I'm going to put the camera on her. So there we have it. Done and dusted. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the build. It's another little different thing. I shall say do some more Metal Earth at some point in the near future. But next week I shall be returning to the world of King's Quest to do a little bit more of that. I've had a quick look online to find out what I was doing wrong and found out a couple of steps ahead. So I know vaguely what I've got to do for the next bit, and that hopefully will open it up and let me figure out what I've got to do with the next bit. So yeah. Panzer says, I don't like to point out the builder's mistakes. It adds to the comedy. It does indeed. Yeah. Very much appreciated. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, let me know. If you haven't enjoyed it, let me know. Just, yeah. Panzer says, oh, and hi, Gemma, hugs. There we go. Bobbin says, nice. Edward says, looks good. Thank you all very much. Yes, tomorrow night, as I say, I'll be throwing the doors open for everyone. If you want to join in on camera, follow the link. If you want to join in just on microphone, follow the link as well. You can just not enable a camera, or if you haven't got one plugged in, it will work. You can just be here as a voice talking to me. It's easier with voice rather than chat. So, you know. And that's that. Later in the week, we'll see what goes on and things. I think I'm going to take Saturday night off. I'm not going to be playing Hitman on Saturday night. I'm going to take the night off, get an early night, and go from there. I might play something on Sunday, though. We don't know. We'll figure things out as time goes by. And that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. Where's the ending button? It's down there. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I shall see you very shortly. Bye-bye for now.